Yo! You ready for this? You ready for this? Bang, baby! Black and white plasma blast. Really excited and grateful to add this back to my collection. I really regretted selling a lot of my black and white, so I'm super excited to add this back to the collection. I mean, come on, man. I miss when they had Pokémon on the back. I think they stopped at the end of Sun and Moon era, but they do not make boxes like this anymore. Look how beautiful that is. Man, really happy to add that back to the collection. Super happy and super grateful. And guess what? We have an even cooler box coming. It's either going to be the end of this week or early next week, but we have a case fresh booster box coming. I'll give you a hint. Put your guess in the comments below. But I'll give you a hint. It's after EX era, but it's before black and white era. So in between there. It's one of my favorite sets. I opened it back then when my little brothers were kids. And yeah, I'm excited. Just wait till you see this box. I'm telling you, it is just as nice, if not nicer, than the Power Keepers box. So really excited to add that to the collection. But first things first, welcome back, traders and collectors. It's your favorite Poke Plumber here, flushing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's your favorite Poke Plumber here. Let's start off with this. Today is the last day to enter your chance to win a free 151 tin box from Costco. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and enter your chance to win a free 151 tin case. If it's free, it's for me. But what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty well. What's up? How's everything going? Where do we start? You know what? Let's start with XY. Let's start with Sun and Moon. Let's start... no, let's keep it XY, Sun and Moon. Okay, XY, Sun and Moon. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I was doing a lot of research on a Roaring Skies box the other day, because I bought another one. Came in, it's absolutely beautiful. Excited to add another one to my collection. I dollar cost average. Yeah, they're a little pricey nowadays, but I had to figure out what a good price was. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go into TCG Player, and I was looking at Roaring Skies booster boxes. However, there was only one booster box for sale, and it was like $1,900. And then after the $1,900 sale, there was only two cases. One was like a $30,000 case, and the other one was like $22,000. So I said, okay. I said, all right. I just like to look at TCG because I just like to look at the charts. I never buy off TCG because I don't know if the box is meant. They used to sell you a box, but it would come as 36 packs. So I never just trusted TCG Player. I was never a fan of it. You know, I ordered a box once and it came trashed. So, but I just look at it because I like the charts. So then I went to eBay and I said, okay, let me look at eBay. And then they had listings for like $1,800, $1,900, $2,200, and then like a mint one for like $3,000. So I was like, okay, now I know where I'm comfortable spending money. But there was only like 4 or 5 boxes on eBay. Then you had a box on TCG Player, and then you had a couple cases. So there's not that many. So I said, okay, while I'm on here, let me look up Ancient Origins, right? And I looked at eBay, and I'm looking at the last sales, and it's like $4,000, $3,700, $4,100, and there's only like 4 or 5 for sale. I'm like, okay, that's not that many boxes. Let me check out Phantom Forces. And the reason I really wanted to see Phantom Forces is because I got a really enticing offer on my case. So I said, okay, let me look at Phantom Forces. And there was literally only 2 boxes listed on eBay. One for $15,000 and the other one for $22,000. So I was like, oh, geez, man. So there's only 2 boxes. So now it's starting to get to the point where the less there are, people start to make their own price because they can. And if they have a mint price, that's what they're going to do. So for me, even though I have an enticing offer, I don't want to sell my case because I'm never going to be able to get another case. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's like, what if this goes up? What if this becomes a $15,000 box? Or it could drop back down to $4,000 or $5,000. I don't know that, but all I know is there's barely any on the market. There's barely people that personally have them because a lot of people are ripping them and shipping them. And then the others are going right to mystery packs, right? And that's just what it is. And now you have so many people doing mystery packs and you have so many people doing rip and ships that the product isn't unlimited. People think like your XY, your Sun and Moon's unlimited, but the truth is it's just not. So let's say the megas come out and now you have all these people all fired up for the megas and they want to, you know, get all the mega sets. They want to have all the XY sets and now they want to have all the ZA sets and put them together. These boxes are going to become even hotter. So there's a chance that in a short period of time, even though these prices have gone up really fast, that they want to acquire these, but you can't because there's not that many on the market. So this is what goes through my head, but I'm just buying one box, right? And it's insane, but I just want to share with you how much goes into it because I'm insane when it comes to buying stuff. And now to me, I'm looking at Roaring Skies and I'm like, okay, maybe I should get another box because what happens next? When that one for 1900 sells off on TCG Player and then the couple on eBay go, then it only goes up more. It's insane. Like, what if, right? This is what's going through my head. What if with some of these older boxes, and I've been saying this forever, I said, look at your Diamond and Pearl. There's not that many on the market. But now it's starting to, like, there used to be so much XY, don't get me wrong. But now you have so many sealed collectors and rip and shippers, you put everything together, this XY is becoming super scarce. And I don't know, man. Like, a part of me is like, should I sell some? You know, being in that box for free, and I end up getting more because it's just like I see the potential. It's always long term. It's not. I'm not thinking about, you know, today, tomorrow. I'm thinking about years down the road, God willing. And yeah, XY is just so phenomenal, and it's finally getting appreciated, and I love to see it. And I look at the prices of black and white, and I'm like, you know what, XY, there's still so much room for some of these sets to grow. Like, to me, Ancient Origins at 4K absolutely makes sense right now. And I know it sounds wild, but I've been saying it since Ancient Origins was a $100 box, $150. Then it went up to, you know, $900, and I just kept buying them. I kept buying them. And I love seeing Ancient Origins where it's at now. It's cool. And no, and the truth is I don't have any for sale because I hoard it. I'm a nut. But I'm at least I can appreciate it, right? Now, as far as your Scarlet and Violet and these prices going straight up, I'm not quite there yet. I'm not on the hype train for that because a part of me knows that, like, listen, I'm going to tell you guys a story real quick. Towards the end of Sword and Shield era, I don't know if many people remember this or if we have so many new people in the hobby that they just don't. So during this end of Sword and Shield era, you had Silver Tempest and Lost Origin. And Silver Tempest and Lost Origin just kept going up and up and up. And I remember Lost Origin was hitting like 2 something a box. And then you had your Silver Tempest at 180, 2 something a box. And then Pokemon said, hey, here you go. Here's a huge reprint. So even though I couldn't get cases of Lost at 6 anymore, they were around 750, but they were around in abundance. Silver Tempest was around 650 a case in abundance, right? And they even hit us with a Brilliant Stars reprint. And then Brilliant Stars just crashed. And then they came out with more Brilliant Stars. So when everyone said, we're never going to get reprints, it's not going to happen, it eventually happened. So now I'm putting myself in the position of now Scarlet and Violet, and I'm looking at Destined Rivals, Journey Together, and Surging Sparks. And I'm like, okay, what if the same thing happens? What if they're like, all right, we're not reprinting the, we're like, people will start going crazy about these sets, and then eventually Pokemon's like, here you freaking go. No, they're not going to be $100 boxes, but they'll be way cheaper than they are now. And I'm really hoping history repeats itself in that case. So Scarlet and Violet, I'm still not all in, but there's plenty of time to wait. Don't get nervous. Next is Silver Tempest. I know I've been pushing a lot of Silver Tempest, but it's still the cheapest alt art set in Sword and Shield era. And this is how I'm looking at Silver Tempest. I remember when Fusion Strike was out, Cosmic Eclipse started going up to like $350, $400, right? And I look at it, I'm like, okay, they were 8 sets apart, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets apart, right? I'm looking at Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest is hitting the 350 mark, and they are 10 sets apart right now. So technically, this is still doing the same thing that Cosmic did. I'm not saying it's as good as Cosmic, but it's still a great set with the Lugia, the Rayquaza. Like, I love this set. Lugia, all you need is a banger chase, which is Lugia. So now I'm looking at this box at $350, and I'm like, okay, it's doing the same thing. Game on, baby. So Silver Tempest, still on there. Surging Sparks. Back to Scarlet and Violet era. Surging Sparks is a set that I was excited when I watched it dip. I was like, all right, here we go, baby. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to make that move. Surging Sparks was dropped down to around 200 bucks. I said, okay, we're going to break the hundreds. We're getting into the hundreds, baby. And it literally halted, and now it's going back up. So I feel like Surging really needs a real reprint to break back into that $100 mark. Like, guys, I'm not saying I want the boxes to be $100 again or $80 again, but I want them MSRP or a little bit lower. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't think all in all $200 is a horrible price. I don't think the boxes should have ever been $100, but I feel like we got to get in between that because I really like Surging Sparks. I would love to add way more Surging to my collection. And yeah, it was really heading towards that point, and I was ready to pounce. And you know what? If you don't have any Surging in your collection, even though I think we'll see more of it, it doesn't hurt to add a couple. I really, really like that set. I really do. ETBs, I have to talk about 2 ETBs right now. Evolving Skies ETBs, they're sitting around $350 right now, or not $350, I'm sorry, $250. Yeah, so right now, if you wanted to be able to afford any Evolving Skies, it doesn't have to be a booster box, guys. Like, Evolving Skies is that set. It's just that set. It rivals Team Up. I think one day, hot take, it's going to pass Team Up. But now I'm looking at the ETBs. I love the art on them. I love how there's 2 different arts. You could, for some people, they were selling for like $450 for both of them, and you can get $500 for both of them. If you don't have any Evolving Skies in your collection and you want to find an affordable product for Evolving Skies, maybe the ETBs. It doesn't have to be both of them, but it would be a nice piece to add to the collection because it's Evolving Skies, and it's probably the most affordable thing you can buy from Evolving Skies aside the blisters and the 3-packs. But it's a cool product to grab, Evolving Skies. And while we're on the topic of ETBs, I just want to talk about Brilliant Stars. I looked up Brilliant Stars ETBs. They're still sitting around $65, $70. $65, $70 of ETBs, it's not horrible. It's not horrible, especially for Brilliant Stars. So yes, those are the 2 ETBs I want to talk about. Collection boxes from the Sword and Shield era. You can actually still buy collection boxes that make the pack value way cheaper on the inside of that buying a booster box or an ETB. Ryan just opened the Glaceon V-Star, and they have the Leafeon V-Star. It comes with 2 Evolving Skies, 2 Fusion Strike, and a Chilling Reign. The pack selection is fantastic. It has a cool promo. So if you can't afford the ETB, you can't afford the booster box, then the collection box is the way to go. Like the Glaceon, Leafeon, I think they're both really good collection boxes. But like the pack value, when you buy one of those collection boxes, it just makes so much sense. So if there's always something to buy. And then if we want to talk about like where a great opportunity is right now, it's not necessarily sealed, but it's going to be your singles. Right now, your illustration rares, your special illustration rares, and then, you know, some trainer galleries are really taking a huge dip, right? The vintage is going a little crazy right now, so I wouldn't focus on that. But when it comes to the illustration rares and some raw cards right now in near mint, you can get them for a good price and grade them, and hopefully they'll hit 10s. So that's a play right now, okay? If there was any illustration rare you wanted to add to your collection, but it got too expensive, now's the time to pounce, okay? Yeah, even though things are crazy out there, there's still good opportunity out there. You can't just be like, oh my God, this is crazy. You focus where affordable things are. And then last but not least, I have to talk about Black and White, the Unova region. So we're seeing the cards inside the set, and they are gorgeous. See, the issue I have with this is Why couldn't they do that for 151 and just do a whole bunch of illustration rares and special illustration rares? It drives me insane. They could have done this with 151. Oh my God. But I am excited. I'm excited for Black and White. The game was kick-ass, so there's nostalgia there. But I'm seeing some of these arts, and it sucks because I don't want to have more hype for this. I don't want to be like, oh my God, it's going to be crazy. Because the ETBs are going to come out and be ridiculous again. And it really sucks because then you hear the news, oh, it's short printed. It's like, guys, don't fall into the FOMO. Yes, this set coming out is so awesome. I think, man, I'm trying to think, like, Scarlet and Violet is going to have the best specialty sets. Maybe not the best main sets. I would take Sword and Shield for the main sets. But as far as specialty sets, holiday sets, I have to go with Scarlet and Violet era. But it is, some of these arts are beautiful. The Genesect, the Reshiram, the Hydreigon, Zekrom. There is so many beautiful cards in this set. Like, I even like the Pansage and the Simisage. I'm excited. I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to fall into the hype. I'm not going to overpay on these. It's not going to happen. Like I said, I'm still enjoying my Destined Rivals right now. People are starting to find boxes at $200, which is awesome. Like, if at $200, it doesn't hurt as bad. It's not too far off the MSRP, but like, that's a good start. Like, if you're going to dollar cost average and you want a couple at $200, it is what it is. I'm not going to fault you for it. But the Black and White, I'm excited for that. I really want to open some product. Like, the Japanese has these deluxe boxes. I think it's what, 35 cards in a pack, and there's 4 packs or something like that. So don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. And then they have your normal, like, booster boxes. So one will be like shaped like the deluxe box is going to be like this shape, and then the regular box is going to be like that shape. So there's actually 2 different boxes. So that's not a man, they're pretty expensive. But with the Japanese, don't rush. Look what happened with Team Rocket. Like, after the English is released, it'll drop. So if you want to open something, open some Japanese when it drops. But a lot of exciting stuff going on. I filmed a video before, and the audio cut off. So I'm doing it again. So hopefully the audio didn't come off. The light's on. But for everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. And if you're still here, plungers in the chat. Plungers in the chat. All right, this is one of my favorite Paldean Pokemon. You ready for this? Come on, focus. Armarouge. 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 Armarouge evolved through the use of a set of armor that belonged to its distinguished warrior. This Pokemon is incredibly loyal, my man. This Pokemon clads itself in armor that has been fortified by psychic and fire energy, and it shoots blazing fireballs. Armarouge. Armarouge. Bro, such a cool Pokemon. Him and Ceruledge are my absolute favorite. Just like you guys. If you're still here, plungers in the chat, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.